Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a new age of commerce and business online as a whole. AI has become the latest buzz, and honestly, if you're not adding some AI tools to your overall digital marketing toolkit, you're probably going to end up falling behind, or at the very least, if you're not keeping up with the news, you may end up very behind, and it could be too late for you. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm being very dramatic. But in this video, I want to quickly share some tools that are making thousands of dollars a day, not the tools themselves, but rather the stores using these tools and how you can apply some of these same things to your business. Or if you don't have a business, I'll try to make it very simple to understand here so that you can get inspired to create a business. We got a great free Shopify link in the description there. Shopify is the platform that Mr. Beast uses for his e-commerce business. So you might as well do the same thing and support the channel as well by using my link. But let's get right into it. So the first tool is quite obvious, but it'll make sense in just a second. It's actually ChatGPT. And this is not only a tool that we're using on our stores, as you see here, but it's also a tool that our clients at Ecommerce are using, and honestly, that my agency as a whole uses too. So here's the thing. ChatGPT will allow you to create a ton of different, not only like responses, for example, for customers. That's one application that we use it for. Is, let's say a customer is very angry and you want to sort of diffuse the situation in the best way possible, answer them in a way that it will not only get you a satisfied customer, but that just makes them happy, I guess. And ChatGPT can allow you to do that. So it's really all in the prompts, right? You can say, how can I diffuse a customer service issue quickly for my e-commerce store via email? I asked it how I can do that. It tells me how. Now, in this case, what I would do after is literally send them a message that the customer wrote to me and explain the situation a little bit. You got to talk to ChatGPT is the thing. You got to train it a little bit on what you're doing so that it can give you the best answer. So that's the first thing. But blogs have been a big thing as well. I think it's an incredible way to add a lot of authority to your site, or just overall educate your customers or educate your audience. I think it's a brilliant idea, right? Like, education is valuable. So let's say you're selling a product in the fashion industry. For example, here I looked up sustainable bag brand. I don't know. That's something you can do. And, I just asked it to give me a quick blog for it, right? So I didn't even ask for anything specific, just literally a blog. So it gave me an entire, basically, about us page here, right, for a potential bag brand. So that's pretty cool. Now, that's one thing that you can use. The next thing that you should use is this thing that we just found called Founder. So here's the thing. This brand is basically a directory of AI tools. So the cool thing about sites like this is that they're always being updated with the latest tools. So literally, if you just add this to your bookmarks and you come here and check it out every once in a while, you might be able to find solutions to problems that you have in your business or your potential business, right? So let's say, for example, this one, right? Let's say you do a lot of Twitter marketing for some reason, and you want to find an assistant that can actually handle the DMs in your Twitter, right? So here you go, drippy.ai. And also, this is good inspiration if you're a developer and you want to create your own AI tools. That's also not a bad idea. Definitely a good business idea right now is to create AI softwares using ChatGPT's API. Not a bad idea at all, but that's definitely not a beginner business, I would say. Even though it doesn't really matter what's a beginner business or not, you can start whatever you want. Just believe in yourself and be consistent and learn how to market it. I think that's more essential, really. But that's the other thing, is this toolkit of tools. That's the other AI tool. I know that sounds like Inception or something for AI tools, but it really is helpful. So this was actually posted in the Ecommerce Lab AI tab. So that's another resource you can use. Ecommerce Lab is goated, my favorite community of all time. You can see all of the research tabs that we have available. And obviously there's the whole community. We just did an interview with Davey Fogarty, who's an e-commerce titan, literally worth over 500 million. And he gave us some crazy sauce. So that recording is in the Ecommerce Lab library as well. Just a quick plug, the Ecommerce Lab is an incredibly awesome business. I love it so much. So I want you to be a part of it and check it out. But that's the second tool. Now, the last tool is one that you already know of, but I want to give you a very, very crucial tip that you've probably never heard before, or at the very least don't understand well yet. So the last tool is literally just meta ads. So meta ads are an AI tool. This is something that people don't know, but the algorithm, it learns. It's machine learning. And what happens is that the more you spend money on ads, the more that your pixel is going to gather in terms of data, and the better your ads are going to perform, and the more customers you're going to be able to find. So here's the key though. If you really want to escape what's called the learning phase, right? When your campaigns are learning. So let me show you, for example, here is a pretty messy ad account, right? But yesterday on this ad account, we spent 9.5K and we overall brought back 21K, so a 20K day. And you may see this and think, well, that's not super profitable, right? Like, you spent a lot of money on ads. Yes, that's true. But keep this in mind. When it comes to actually getting out of the learning phase, you do need to spend a lot. So for example, some of the campaigns here at the bottom that are spending a lot of money, you see amount spent, these are the ones that have already exited the learning phase. So that's how you should approach your campaigns, is slowly increase the budgets, maybe try duplicating your campaigns into a higher budget so that you can exit the learning phase on a single campaign. And then you try to stack more different tests that you do. But you do the same thing with each campaign. Try to exit the learning phase. And here's why you want to scale, okay, with machine learning or AI, aka Meta. It's because that's how you're going to be your competition. The thing is, it's much easier to maintain consistency with Meta ads when you're spending more than your competitors, or when you're just spending a lot in general. And you shouldn't be afraid to do so if you're making your money back at the very least, because think about it. Let's say you do 20% margins. For some people, that's horrible, right? Like 20% is awful, but you're able to scale your business to 500K per month, right? That's 100K a month in profit. That's much better than having a business at 50K a month that's at 90% profit, right? That's 40K or so, like 45K in profit, let's say, but that's less than half of 100K. So you would literally make double the money if you were able to scale, even if your margin was lower. And that's what's amazing about Meta ads and e-commerce as a whole, is that it's very scalable. And that way you can make really, really big margins. So the goal, of course, would be to do, let's say, 10 million a month and profit 20%, right? Then you're profiting 2 million a month. And I don't think it's impossible. I definitely think you can maintain, let's say, a 2 return on ad spend all the way up until those levels once you really crack the code in terms of your logistics and a bunch of other things, right? There's a lot of different moving pieces with an e-commerce business or any business. But our goal, at least my goal, is to try to figure out how we can create harmony in the business so that you can scale to those numbers. That's the phase I'm in right now, I guess. But hopefully this was valuable in one way or another. I don't want to keep this too long, but ask me any questions you may have in the comments, and I'll be streaming very soon. I'm going to start streaming a lot more, so make sure you turn on those notifications. And of course, check out the links in the description. Great ways to support the channel. So do it, and then get out of here and go work on your business. Peace.